Hello everyone, this is Mahabuba from Desert Rose and welcome to my YouTube channel Cake Craft by Desert Rose. Here I am with another fondant craft video tutorial. My today's theme is also a very popular theme, especially for a toddler. The theme is Cocomelon. So in this video tutorial, I will show you how I made all those cute Cocomelon characters with the fondant. The Cocomelon baby JJ, the piggy, elephant, and those cute ducks and those beautiful rainbows. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video tutorial. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. So let's get started.
I'm starting with the rainbow. For the rainbow, I'm creating the first stripe of it. From the bottom, I'm taking a light purple shade of fondant and rolling it with my hand, and it will be the first starting shade of the rainbow from the bottom. I am placing it on a styrofoam pad and putting a small circular fondant cutter to hold the whole rainbow shape in right position. Now moving on to create the second shade of rainbow, I took a light blue shade of fondant. I'm rolling it with my hand and creating as same thick as the first stripe I made, the purple stripe. So that will be, the blue stripe will be the second shade from the bottom. I'm attaching the blue stripe with the purple stripe using water and cutting the edges. I took light shade of green fondant to create the third stripe of the rainbow. That will be the third shade of the rainbow. I'm rolling it with my hand to create same thickness and little bit longer length for the third stripe. I am attaching it on top of the blue stripe using water. Cutting the edges, I'm using a ruler to make the shape, rainbow shape in right position. So now I am using yellow fondant, fourth shade of rainbow. That will be also same thickness but little bit longer length. Attaching it with water, cutting the edges. Now we'll be moving to create the fifth shade of rainbow, and that will be a light orange shade. So I'm creating the fifth shade of the rainbow. I'm making it as same thickness as the other fourth shade I did, but will be longer length. I'm not sure the colors are coming as same as the real color it is, but all those colors are really beautiful and go really well with each other. So I'm attaching the fifth shade of the rainbow using water on top of the yellow shade. So cutting the edges. Now that will be my last shade of the rainbow, and it is pink. I already created the pink shade stripe and I am attaching it with water, and my rainbow is done. So now I'm moving on to create the elephant. This is my favorite Cocomelon character. So I'm creating the body of the elephant. I created the body and placing it on a styrofoam pad, small styrofoam pad. I created two body of the elephant because I'm doing two Cocomelon cakes this week. So whenever I have same theme cakes, so I usually do create all those characters at the same time, similar characters at the same time, so that will reduce my workload. I'm attaching the hand with the body using water. I will be doing all the characters double, I mean elephant, piggy, ducks, but not the Cocomelon baby JJ, because the other cake I'm doing the baby is not required on that design. So I'm making the head for the elephant. I already created the head. Now I'm making the eyes. I'm putting white fondant for the eye and putting 2 black eyeballs. So the black portion will be smaller than the white portion, adding details to the eyes. I'm giving a smiley shape using a fondant cutter. Now my head is done. We'll be pressing the head to the body using a toothpick and bit of water. Pressing gently to the body. Whenever you are dealing with the fondant, you have to be gentle. Now I'm creating ears. I will be creating the ears using a heart-shaped fondant cutter, 2 different heart-shaped fondant cutter. Now I'm using smaller heart-shaped fondant cutter to create pink portion for the ears, and I will be attaching the pink portions with the blue portion, and will be rolling and will be giving a nice shape of elephant ears. And will be attaching those both of the ears with the head using water and pressing a container behind the head, so that will hold the ears in right position. I made a small tiny trunk for the elephant, and I'm attaching the trunk using water in between under the both eyes. I'm drawing 2 eyebrows using edible pen, and it's a marker which has edible ink inside. Adding blush using edible dust food coloring. Edible pink dust food coloring. So my elephant is done. So now I'm moving on to create the piggy. Here again I will be creating 2 piggies for my 2 Cocomelons cake this week. I'm creating the legs and attaching it with body. Now I'm moving on to create the hands. I'm attaching the hands with the body using water. I'm creating a head and making eye shapes using my fingers and attaching 2 white portion of the eyes with the head using fondant tool to give a nice shape, nice and smooth shape of it. Now attaching 2 eyeballs which is smaller than the white portion of the eyes. Adding details to the eyes. Giving a smiley face, a small smiley face for the piggy. Small tiny circle fondant cutter. Now I'm creating a nose, dark shade of pink fondant, bit dark shade, and putting nose hole. I'm creating the eyebrows using black edible pen. Attaching the head with the body using a toothpick. Gently pressing down to the body. You have to deal fondant gently every time. Now I'm creating 2 ears. Giving details. Adding the ears on top of the head using water. Adding blush using edible dust food coloring, pink dust food coloring. So the piggy is done. Now moving on to create the ducks. So I will be creating 2 ducks here again. I already created 2 duck body. Now I'm creating head. Two black eyeballs and eye details as well for the duck. Now I am creating a tiny little orange beak for the duck, attaching the beak with water and give it a shape using scalpel. Now I am attaching the duck with the body using water, making tiny hairs for the duck using same yellow shade of fondant, attaching the hair with the on top of the head. So my duck is done. So moving on to create the Cocomelon baby JJ. I already created the body part of the JJ. This time I am creating only one baby JJ because the other cake doesn't need the baby JJ. So I'm creating the onji first. I'm creating the neck and zip of the onji of the Cocomelon baby. Now I am creating legs. And for the time being I will be creating only one hand, and other hand I will be creating later on. Now I'm creating the head of the Cocomelon baby, taking a very light peach color of fondant. I created the head. Now I am making space for eyes. I'm putting 2 eyes using white fondant and adding 2 eyeballs using black fondant, adding details to the eyes using white fondant. Now I will be drawing a smiley face of the Cocomelon baby JJ using black gel food coloring and a very tiny brush. I'm using black food and gel food coloring to create the smiley face of the Cocomelon baby JJ, and I'm using the same black gel food color to draw eyebrows of the baby JJ. Now I'm adding blush using pink dust food coloring. I'm attaching the head with the body using a toothpick, gently pressing to the body. Now I'm creating the ears of the baby. Now I'm adding ears of the Cocomelon baby JJ, a small half cut circle, adding details on it, attaching the ears with the head using water, and a small bit of yellow fondant for baby JJ's hair. Now I'm moving on to create the other hand. I'm attaching the other hand with the toothpick to the body. The hand will be waving position that would say hi to everybody. I'm creating the fingers and palm of the baby JJ's using white fondant. The baby JJ is actually wearing gloves on its hands, white gloves, adding details on. And the baby JJ is done. It's saying hi to everyone. These are the Cocomelon characters I made. Baby JJ, 2 elephants, 2 piggies, 2 ducks, and there are 2 rainbows as well. So among them all, let me know which one you like most in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video tutorial and also the cakes, Cocomelon cakes I made this week. Thank you so much for watching.